Hey, what's going on,
Hey, what's going
everyone?
on, everyone?
All right, my bad for that. Hey, what's going on? Let's give it about 3 more minutes and then we will get started.
Snipe,
Yo, what's up?
what up?
We're gonna get started in about 1 more minute. Yo, Chance, mute up. All right, everyone, we're gonna get started right now. All right, well, I want to welcome everyone to tonight's session. It's Wednesday night. I actually thought it was Thursday. Um, First thing we're gonna do is what we usually do, which is pretty much go over the trades we took earlier in the day. So as you see right here, we have USD CAD on a 15-minute chart. Um, we entered somewhere around this purple line, about 1.3170 area. And I told everyone, we're gonna be holding this for a little while. So don't even go back and forth looking at your screen, see if you're up, see if you're down or whatever. I was expecting a little push back down before the end of the day, but we didn't get it. And it did retrace up a little bit. Good thing is it only retraced up about 10 pips. It should be down anywhere between 10 to 13 pips max, unless you enter somewhere else. As you can see what's going on right in this area right here, we are currently in the Asian session and seems like USD CAD found some support up there. We could have took a risk to sell again up here, but why when we're only 10 pips away from our original entry? So I just let it go. There's still a chance that UCAD could either drop from here, it could come back up and test this area up here, which is 1.3212. Our stop loss is up at the 1.3240 area. All right. Um, I'm not expecting to go back up there, but you know, things can happen. All right. I am expected to drop from here on out. Like I said, it can retrace back up. It can break this area here a little bit and drop from there also. So we're just gonna be patient with UCAD. We're in using the proper risk management. We're not over leveraging our account, hopefully. And even a drawback is not going to hurt us. If it does go back up in this area right here and show some resistance, then possibly add another position up here. Hopefully it doesn't go up there. I don't want it to go up there. I just want it to drop. And if it does drop, we'll wait for another pullback and we'll enter another sell position. All right. I did give a USD CAD sell earlier with the oil when the oil news came out, right around, pretty much right around where this blue line is at up here. And I mistakenly read the reports wrong after the news came out, and I had everyone close their positions once I see price come back up here. And pretty much all it did was go back and test the New York Sessions high, and then from there you can see what happened. It ended up dropping like 60 pips. I was kind of upset about that. Some of the people stayed in, some people didn't close, and they booked the profit. But it's all good. We still got opportunity with this. I just want to see where it goes from here. We still are in the sell. Let's look at this on a 4-hour chart real quick. Let me get this out the way. Now, if you're looking at the 4-hour chart, you see up in this area up here where the blue line is, it's a strong resistance area up here. Pretty much price is going up there and just bouncing off of it. So that is one of the reasons why I did call it sell. All right. Some more resistance areas up here. So let's say USD CAD does break and hit our stop loss. It can possibly come back up to this area. If it does and holds, we're just going to sell again. And whatever lot size we use, we're just going to add a little bit more to it. So we'll make our money back and some. But like I said, I'm not expecting to go back up there. You see it's strong resistance at this red line right here. And that's right where our stop loss is at, 1.3240. All right. So we're just waiting for UCAD to make its move. As I said earlier in the chats, I am looking for entries in USD pairs. I believe now, after looking more into what's going on with the USD, preliminary non-farm payroll reports came out, and the reports weren't what they were expected for the employment. So my thing is, if it wasn't what they were expecting, then non-farm payroll is going to be the same thing because it's just a preliminary report. So I'm expecting USD to drop for NFP Friday. That's why I'm trying to get some positions now so we can hold. That way we don't have to, enter any pending positions and enter any pending positions and just hope that we're right. We want to make sure we're in. We want to make sure we are in the trade before the news even hits. We want to make sure we're in and we're in major profit before that. And if we are, if USD CAD does drop for us up until non-farm payrolls, we're just gonna move our stop loss all the way down and just risk 30 pips. I don't mind getting back 30 pips if we're gonna catch 150 between now and then, or maybe even more. So let's see how that plays out. Euro USD, like I said, I'm looking for USD trades for the end of this week. Euro USD. Right. All right, let's see if we could get a retest at this blue line right here, 1.1194. We get a retest without breaking, or even between there and 1.1190. We get a retest here, London session, without breaking. Let's look for a buy. Look for a buy, and let's look to hold this also for the rest of this week. All right. I don't like USD Swiss franc. It just doesn't move enough for me. All right. USD JPY. All right, let's see what we got here. This thing been on the move. all buys. Anyone who was selling USD JPY, you were either scalping for a couple pips or you were just giving money away. This thing just been rising. Let's see what we got over here. I wouldn't mind entering a USD JPY buy going to NFP, but definitely would need some type of pullback. Not just gonna enter a buy now. Try and see what areas we can look to get in at. 345. What's this right here? 335. I'm just gonna pay attention to this pair and see what it does, either London session or early New York session. I would love to get into a buy and hold this out also. So that's Euro USD, USD JPY, USD CAD. Let's look at GBP USD. All right, we got a pretty good retracement here from earlier in the day. Sitting on the support area right now. All right. Let's look at the 4-hour chart real quick on this. All right. Me personally, I was looking for a close. Hold on. I was actually looking for price to come back above this red line right here, go above it, and then close, but it just dropped when it goes close. It dropped the Asian session, whatever. So, excuse me. Let's same thing like the other pairs. We're looking for entries. Look for entry in GBP USD, and if I get the entry I'm looking at, that I like, we're gonna hold also. I do not want to enter anything right now. It's sitting at a support area. There's more support down here. Into London sessions when I want to look for entries on GBP USD and Euro USD. They move the most during London session. London session, honestly, for me, is easier to trade because that's when the market makers really throw the fake outs in. If you know where the trend is going, then all you do is wait for it to go the opposite direction. Once it goes the opposite direction, you know it's already wrong. So once it stops and starts going back in your direction, that's when you know the stop hunt's over, and that's when you go into the direction of the true trend. And then that's when we would get into possible buy for GBP USD. All right. So what's that? GBP USD, USD CAD, Euro USD, USD JPY. That's 4 pairs. 4 pairs. If everything goes right and they all do go in our direction, then we should easily be able to grab 100 pips out of all of them between now and non-farm payrolls. And if non-farm payrolls does go in our direction, we could probably add like another 50, at least 50 pips to each of them. So let's see. I'm not promising anything, but that's what I'm looking at. I'm gonna keep reading up on the news until pretty much right until news comes out. So those are my 4 plays for the rest of this week. Let's look at some other pairs though. See what we got here. We haven't really caught that many pips this week. Like I said, this week is always crazy. It's slow or it's just moving weird. So me personally, I really don't like to trade that much. And I normally really do not even trade NFP unless I know where news is going. And like I said, I have a pretty good direction of it. GBP, JPY, all right, GBP AUD. GBP CAD. All right, let's look at these on the 4-hour chart real quick. I'm not gonna hold you guys, up too long, up on here too long because I will be up for London session, and I know some of you guys are too. Might want to get a little bit of rest and get back up about 3:30 a.m. So let's see what we got here. GBP CAD 4-hour chart. Looks like I found some support down here. Let's see what that looks like in the 1-hour chart. Remember, Asian session, just because something looks good doesn't mean it's, that's what you need to be doing, because this pair is going to do anything between now and going into the London session. So it's all about being patient. You see something you like, just wait for it to actually make its move. You don't want to get into early. Asian session is a session you don't really want to trade that much because, it's just, it's either slow or it doesn't really move in the direction it's supposed to go, to me. GBP AUD 4-hour chart. Mm. All right, so it broke the Brexit lows. It looks like it came back and closed above it. Hold on a second. Looks like it broke the Brexit lows, moved a little bit further down, then came back up and closed above it. And that's exactly what I want to see with GBP USD. Like, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here, this red line is the Brexit lows, broke down, came back up past it, came back down, retested the line, and then shot back up. We tested at 67.25, shot 25 pips off that line. So I don't know. Let's look at this pair later during London session also. Out of all the other GBP pairs, this is the only one that I pretty much like to see what it does later on. Let's look at AUD NZD. Someone else pointed this out to me earlier, and I was actually talking about this morning, and the I personally like trading AUD pairs just because it moves so slow. But I was talking about this pair earlier during the morning session. I said if it comes back to test the 1.0630 area, sell. I pretty much missed it because I wasn't really paying attention to it. Like I said, I really don't like trading this pair. But it actually came exactly where I said it was going to go. Went up there, 3 pips above it, and then it ended up dropping about 30 pips. So I don't know. Let's see, because if we don't really get anything, if we do get a pullback here, then maybe we can sell. All right, we get a pull back up here to retest or anywhere near it. Maybe we could sell this, at least grab some pips out of this pair. But my thing is, I trade a few pairs because I know some people are just getting started, and I don't want to give out 5 or 6 trades, and someone might only have $40 in their account and try to take all the trades and end up blowing their account. But real soon I'm just gonna start giving out 5 or 6 setups. We won't miss things like this. All right. But even though we already dropped 30 pips, there's nothing for it to pull back. Let's get back in. We have to. I know people are talking about Euro GBP. Me personally, it's like the same thing. I really don't like trade it that much just because it moves too slow for me. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this alone. All right, so we pretty much got our setups. We got 4, 5, about 5, 6. We got about 5 or 6 pairs we're looking at. I want to be. We're already in one. I want to at least be able to get into the other 3 USD pairs that I was talking about, which is USD JPY, GBP USD and Euro USD. GBP AUD, like I said, looks pretty nice. We might have a position on that. And AUD NZD, if we get the pullback I'm looking for, we may be able to enter that also. So just make sure you guys, at least set an alarm and check Telegram to see if we're discussing anything about any setups. If you don't see anything by 5 a.m., then that pretty much means that I'm waiting to New York session. I didn't see what I wanted to see. But usually I start looking about 3. All right. So you guys have any questions about anything we just talked about, you guys can just post them in the chat, and I'll make sure it's answered. Hold on a second. Karen, what are you talking about? We're looking to buy what? The GBP pairs and hold on. You talking about GBP USD and Euro USD and stuff? If that's what you're talking about, then yeah, if we do get the opportunity to buy this London session, then yes, we are. If it presents itself in New York session, then we buy New York session. The thing about the market is you have to be patient. You have to be patient, and whenever you enter a trade, you're always going to be negative a few pips. For one, it's the spread, and two, price might just go back up a little bit or down a little bit before it goes in our direction. That's why we have stop losses. That's why I always give a stop loss. I'll never enter a trade without a stop loss. All right? Never, because you never know what it's going to do. You might be up, 50 pips, and then news might come out that you didn't even know about, or anything happen around the world, and you could be down 100 pips in a split second. All right? And when I do get my stop losses, they're reasonable. So if you are using proper risk management, if you take a loss on one trade, it's not a big deal. We get it back on the other. Since we launched, we just hit what's today? Today's Thursday. Today will be our 30th day. I could count how many losses we had on one hand. All right. So it's not like we gonna sit here and just lose multiple trades. All right. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Post them in the chat, and I'll talk to you guys London session, and I'll see the rest of you guys New York session 9:30 a.m. for our next live event. We will discuss the setups we had. We'll discuss any trades we enter. All right, you guys have a good night.